Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. There's Almond Scott selections here for Friday, August 25th. For again, today's play of the day. Quick recap what happened yesterday. We had a nice winner in the WNBA with the Lynx and the Wings over 168.5 at minus 110 on DraftKings. Looked like we were going to win easily as there were 90 plus points in the first half. Then the second half completely died, but it did make it over the finish line in the end, barely, as it landed 171. So nice winner. Look for the winner here on Friday. And for today's play of the day, really did not like much on the card. So we're going to transition over to another country. We're going to look at Spain. We're going to look at some soccer. We're going to look at a matchup between Real Madrid and Celta Vigo, taking place at around 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And for this match, going to take Real Madrid on the money line, or in other words, minus half a goal at minus 135 on BetMGM. Time of recording of 5 a.m. Eastern Time. Covering why we're going to take Real Madrid in the spot. First reason we know Real Madrid is year in, year out one of the best teams in the entire league. Usually them and Barcelona are competing for the La Liga title, occasionally Atletico Madrid, but mostly those two clubs. So we know Real Madrid is obviously the more talented team here. Celta Vigo is usually middle of the table by season's end, and I do think as a result there's a massive talent gap between these teams. Now, the season did start a couple weeks ago, but Real Madrid has looked very good in the short sample size. Real Madrid has won each of the first two league games by 2 goals, while Celta Vigo only has 1 point in the first two games combined. And it was only because of a last-second goal in stoppage time against Real Sociedad as they scored in the 94th minute to secure a draw. So the point is Celta Vigo could arguably have 0 points right now, and they got bailed out by a late goal. The point is Real Madrid has looked a lot sharper so far this season, and I do think that that should be the case once again here on Friday. Now, to go through the standings from last year, Real Madrid finished in second, Celta finished in 13th, so once again, the talent disparity is pretty noticeable here. Now, Celta did lose its first home game of the season, 2-0 to Osasuna, so once again, Celta at home got off to a pretty poor start, and I do wonder if the home, I'd say, field advantage is a little bit overvalued into this spot. But Real Madrid also, besides having the much better roster, does have the much better manager, as they have one of the best managers in the history of the sport. They have Ancelotti, who is really, really elite. There's really no way around it. He's been successful basically everywhere in the world. And I think, once again, he's better than everybody besides, at this point, arguably Pep, but he's definitely a top two, top three manager in the world right now. Now, you have Benitez, who's managing for Celta, who was hired during the offseason after not managing for about 17 months after he was fired from Everton. But he was a former Real Madrid manager way back in the day. But the point is, Benitez is fine, but he's not in the same caliber or league as Ancelotti. And I do think because of that, you're going to see Real Madrid have better tactics. And once again, with the better roster, I do think they'll be able to control play for the most part in terms of possession. On top of that, they go through the head-to-head meetings with the much better talent. Real Madrid has logically owned this head-to-head series in years past. Real Madrid has won each of the last 6 meetings. And here's a crazy stat. Celta cannot stop Real Madrid from scoring. Celta has allowed at least 1 goal to Real Madrid in each of the last 20 meetings. So once again, Real Madrid's probably going to score at least once in this game, maybe 2 or 3 times. Celta's only scored 2 goals so far this season. They've only scored 1 goal so far this season, and it wasn't stoppage time. But the point is, I think that with Real Madrid having the much better roster, the much better manager, and being in better form, I do think Celta might be decent this season. But with a brand new manager, it might take him a little while to really adjust to his tactics and his overall scheme. And I do think that Real Madrid, having the same manager for several years, has more cohesion. And I do think that at the end of this match, it might be close, but I think Real Madrid will win this probably 2-1 or 2-0. Play that once again here for Friday, August 25th. It's going to be on Real Madrid on the money line at minus 135 on BetMGM. Bye, everyone.